our lovely viewers, welcome back. Have you ever heard people speaking English in a meeting and thought, that sounds professional, but also simple?
Many English learners think business English is very difficult, full of hard words and long sentences, but the truth is most business conversations use short, clear, everyday phrases.
That's exactly what we're going to help you with today. Learning how people really talk about business in English in a way that's easy to understand and easy to use.
Before we begin, let's introduce ourselves. I'm Josh, and welcome to Mr. Learn English.
And I'm Emily. We're really happy you're here with us today, especially if you're new to business English and want to feel more confident at work.
Now, before we continue, we just want to say something quickly.
If these episodes have been helpful for you so far, please give this video a like. It really helps us and helps the video reach more people who are learning English just like you.
Today's lesson is all about business English for beginners, and we promise to keep everything simple, clear, and practical.
You'll learn real phrases that people use in meetings when talking about sales, ideas, and work problems, not textbook English.
Let's start with two very common business phrases that you will hear again and again in offices and meetings.
The first phrase is drive sales. Drive sales means to increase sales or to sell more products or services.
For example, you can say, "Our company wants to drive sales this month," or "We need new ideas to drive sales."
Yes, this phrase is very common and it sounds professional, but it's actually very simple.
Now, let's look at our second phrase, promotion.
In business English, promotion does not only mean a better job, it can also mean a special offer or activity to help sell more products.
For example, when a store says buy one, get one free, that's a promotion.
Or when prices are lower for a short time, that's also a promotion.
These two phrases often go together in meetings, drive sales and promotion.
Now let's imagine a small company having a meeting. The team is talking about how to sell more products.
One person says, "Our sales are going down. We need some new ideas to drive sales."
Another person replies, maybe we can try a promotion.
This is very natural business English, short, clear, and focused on ideas.
Let's introduce another useful phrase, in the market.
In the market means in the business world or industry.
For example, our company is strong in the market, or this product is popular in the market.
Yes, you'll hear this phrase a lot when people talk about competitors.
Which brings us to another common phrase, match the competitors.
Match the competitors means to be as good as other companies, especially in price or quality.
For example, we need to match the competitors' prices, or it's hard to match the competitors because our costs are high.
Now, let's look at a fun and very natural phrase native speakers use in meetings. It'll never fly.
It'll never fly means an idea will not work or will not be accepted.
For example, if someone says, "Let's raise prices during a sale," another person might say, "That'll never fly."
It's a casual but very common business expression.
Now let's listen to a short example conversation using the phrases we've learned so far.
Imagine someone says, we need new ideas to drive sales.
Another person answers, "How about a promotion?"
Someone else replies, that could work. It might help us in the market.
And another voice says, "Lowering prices might match the competitors, but raising prices will never fly."
You can hear how all these phrases connect naturally in one conversation.
And the great thing is, even as a beginner, you can start using these expressions right away.
You don't need perfect grammar, you just need clear ideas and simple phrases.
Next, we'll learn more useful business expressions and listen to another short office style dialogue that shows how people really speak at work.
Now let's continue by talking about how people share ideas in business meetings, because this happens every day and the English is usually very simple.
Yes, and native speakers don't usually say long sentences when sharing ideas. They often start with short phrases like, I have an idea, or what if we try this?
Another very common phrase is one option is, which sounds professional but is easy to use. For example, one option is to lower the price, or one option is to improve the service.
When someone shares an idea, others often respond with short reactions like, that sounds good, that could work, or I'm not sure about that.
These reactions help the conversation move forward without needing advanced English.
Now, let's talk about plans because business English often focuses on what will happen next.
A simple way to talk about plans is using we plan to. For example, we plan to launch a new product, or we plan to improve customer service.
Yes, and another useful phrase is our goal is, which helps explain the main focus. You can say, our goal is to increase sales, or our goal is to grow the business.
Native speakers also use the phrase in the future a lot when talking about long-term plans.
Now, let's look at results because people often talk about what happened after a plan or promotion.
A very common phrase is, the results are good, or the results are not great, which sounds simple but very natural.
Yes, and if you want to explain more, you can say, sales went up, sales went down, or customers are happy.
These short sentences are enough to explain results clearly.
Let's also introduce a useful phrase, make a decision.
Make a decision means to choose something after thinking about it.
For example, we need to make a decision today, or let's make a decision after the meeting.
Native speakers often combine this with time phrases like by Friday or by the end of the week.
Now, let's practice listening to a short business-style conversation using these ideas.
Imagine someone says, I have an idea to drive sales.
Another person answers, what if we try a promotion?
Someone else adds, that could work. Our goal is to increase sales this month.
Then another voice says, let's check the results next week and make a decision.
This is very natural business English, short, focused, and clear.
Let's help learners imagine themselves in this situation.
Picture yourself sitting in a meeting, listening carefully, and sharing one simple sentence like, one option is to improve the website.
That one sentence is enough to join the conversation.
You don't need to speak a lot to sound professional.
Now let's add one more useful phrase. Take action.
Take action means to start doing something, not just talking about it.
For example, we need to take action now, or let's take action after this meeting.
This phrase is very common in business English and sounds strong but simple.
Next, we'll learn how to talk about customers, problems, solutions, and basic business communication in emails and messages.
Now let's move on to a very important part of business English, talking about customers, because many business conversations are really about customers and their needs.
Yes, and the good news is that customer English is usually very simple. Native speakers often say things like customers want, or customers like, or customers are unhappy.
For example, you might hear, customers want lower prices. Customers like fast service. Or, some customers are unhappy with the delivery time.
These sentences are short, clear, and very common in meetings and business discussions.
Now let's talk about problems because every business has problems, and people talk about them calmly using simple language.
A very common phrase is, "We have a problem," or a softer version, "We have a small issue."
Yes, and if you want to explain the problem, you can say, the problem is the price. The problem is the delivery time. Or, the problem is customer support.
Native speakers often follow this with a simple explanation like, "It's too slow," "It's too expensive," or "It's not clear."
These short descriptions help everyone understand the situation quickly.
Now, let's move on to solutions because business meetings are not only about problems, they're about fixing them.
A very useful phrase is, we need a solution, which sounds professional but is easy to use.
Yes, and another common phrase is, "One solution is." For example, "One solution is to lower prices," or "One solution is to improve service."
Native speakers also use let's try when suggesting solutions. You can say, let's try a promotion, or let's try a new approach.
These solution phrases keep meetings positive and focused.
Now let's talk about simple business communication, especially short messages and emails.
In business, people like messages to be clear and short. They often start with phrases like "quick update" or "just a quick message."
Yes. And they often explain the situation in one or two sentences, such as, sales are down this week, or we have a small issue with delivery.
Then they end with an action sentence like, "Let's discuss this tomorrow. Please take a look," or "We'll talk about this in the meeting."
This style of communication is very common and easy for beginners to copy.
Now, let's listen to a short business style example that uses customers, problems, and solutions together.
Imagine someone says, customers are unhappy with the delivery time.
Another person answers, "Yes, the problem is it's too slow."
Someone else says, one solution is to use a new delivery service.
And another voice replies, "That could work. Let's try it and check the results."
This is exactly how simple business English sounds in real life.
Let's help learners imagine using this English themselves.
Picture yourself in a meeting and saying, customers want faster service.
That one sentence is enough to sound professional and helpful.
You don't need difficult vocabulary, just clear ideas and simple English.
Finally, we'll review everything, listen to a longer business conversation, and give speaking practice.
Let's take a moment to carefully review everything we learned in today's episode, because repetition helps your business English feel easier and more natural.
Yes, and remember, business English is not about using difficult words. It's about using clear, simple language to share ideas and make decisions.
We started by learning common business phrases like drive sales, promotion, and in the market, which are used in meetings and business discussions every day.
Then we talked about competitors and learned expressions like match the competitors, which helps explain business strategy in a simple way.
We also learned a casual but very natural phrase, that'll never fly, which native speakers use when an idea will not work or will not be accepted.
After that, we moved into talking about ideas and plans using easy phrases like, "I have an idea," "One option is," and "We plan to."
Yes, and we practice talking about goals and results using simple sentences such as, our goal is to increase sales, and the results are good, or the results are not great.
We also learned how to talk about decisions with phrases like, "We need to make a decision," and let's make a decision by Friday.
Then we discussed customers and learned how to talk about customer needs using sentences like, customers want lower prices, or customers are unhappy with the service.
We practiced talking about problems using phrases like, we have a small issue, and explaining them with simple reasons like, it's too slow or it's too expensive.
Yes, and we also learned how to suggest solutions using one solution is and let's try, which help keep conversations positive.
Now, let's put all of this together into a longer business style story so learners can really hear how natural this English sounds.
Imagine a small company having a weekly meeting. One person starts by saying, sales are down this month. We need new ideas to drive sales.
Another person says one option is a promotion.
Someone else adds, that could work. Customers like discounts.
Another voice says, yes, but we need to match the competitors' prices.
Someone responds, raising prices will never fly right now.
Then another person says, our goal is to increase sales and improve customer satisfaction.
Later in the meeting, someone explains, customers are unhappy with delivery time. The problem is it's too slow.
Another person answers, one solution is to use a new delivery service.
Someone says, that sounds good. Let's take action and check the results next week.
This longer story uses many simple phrases, but it sounds professional and realistic.
Now let's help learners practice by answering a few speaking questions out loud.
How do you talk about sales in English?
What phrase do you use to talk about a promotion?
How do you describe a business problem?
What sentence can you use to suggest a solution?
Even short answers help your confidence grow.
Let's also include one final mock conversation to make everything feel complete.
Here's an example. Sales are down this month.
Yes, customers are unhappy with the price.
One solution is a promotion.
That could work. Let's make a decision today.
Short, clear, and very natural business English.
Before we finish, we want to speak directly to you as an English learner.
Learning business English takes time, and it's okay to move slowly. Every phrase you learn today helps you speak more confidently tomorrow.
Yes, and you don't need perfect grammar to sound professional. Clear ideas and simple words are enough.
We hope you enjoyed this Business English for Beginners episode, and there is much more coming in the future.
So make sure you subscribe and stay with us as we continue this English journey together.
Thank you for learning with us at Mr. Learn English.
Keep listening, keep practicing, and keep believing in yourself.
We'll see you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.
Bye till next time.